Everybody keeps talking about the Browns like they're still searching for their quarterback. But what if that's not the real story? What if Cleveland already has the guy in the building, and this entire offseason is really about making sure Shedeur Sanders has a real path to QB1 in 2026? Because once you line up the moves, this starts looking less like a search and more like a setup. Think about it.
I think the Browns would add, somebody with starter experience to compete, because there's just no way with just, probably what the evaluation has been of Shedeur, as a player in the pros now, as well as how he came into the league, that they would give him the opportunity to, quite frankly, I don't think he would even enter training camp as the second guy, on the roster. So
the Browns already gave Shedeur 7 starts at the end of last season. Andrew Berry already said the starting job is open. Todd Monken is now the head coach. And Cleveland has been putting real offseason resources into one thing: the environment around the quarterback. Not just the quarterback. That matters. Because teams do not always announce their plan. Sometimes they build the runway first. And let's kill the lazy version of this take right now. This is not about tanking for Shedeur. The Browns already drafted him in 2025.
With the 144th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Shedeur.
So the question is no longer, will Cleveland go get Shedeur? The question now is, are they making moves that help him take over? And when you really look at the offseason, it sure looks like they are. Start with the biggest change: Todd Monken. That hire matters because for years, Cleveland felt like a place where quarterbacks had to survive the chaos. This move suggests the opposite. Build the offense to fit the quarterback. And if you're Shedeur Sanders, that's exactly the kind of setup you want. Because Shedeur is not the type of quarterback you just drop into a mess and tell to freestyle. He needs structure, rhythm, protection, defined answers, defined playmakers. Monken does not guarantee Shedeur becomes QB1, but he absolutely makes Cleveland more likely to build something a young quarterback can actually function in. Now here's where the offseason starts screaming. Cleveland attacked the offensive line, and that is not a small detail. That is the detail. Because when a team knows quarterback development is on the line, it does not gamble on bad protection. It fixes the front first. That's why the line moves matter so much. Multiple additions, more investment, more urgency. That does not look like a team saying, let's just hope somebody figures it out. That looks like a team saying, we are not putting our young quarterbacks behind a disaster again. And if you're Shedeur, that is one of the clearest votes of confidence you can get. Then you get to the draft. And this might be the most important part. Cleveland has the assets to force another quarterback pick, but they also have the assets to do something smarter. Support the quarterback room they already have. That is a huge difference. Because if they were desperate to reset everything again, you'd feel it. Instead, the board gives them a chance to build around Shedeur. Look at the blueprint. At number 6, take a tackle or premium lineman. At number 24, add a true outside receiver. At number 39, come right back with another weapon or more protection. That is not a quarterback panic plan. That is a quarterback support plan. That is how you tell a young passer, we are giving you a real shot. And there's another layer to this: receiver. Because fixing the line is only part of the job. If you want Shedeur Sanders to actually look like a real QB1 candidate in 2026, you do not just protect him. You give him somebody he can trust on the outside. A real veteran target changes everything for a young quarterback. It makes throws easier. It makes reads cleaner. It makes third down less stressful. It makes red zone football less chaotic. And most importantly, it gives a young quarterback confidence. So whether it's one specific name or not, adding a veteran pass catcher would fit this entire pattern perfectly. And then you look at the veteran quarterback market. That matters too. because every outside option that disappears makes the Shedeur runway a little more real. Every veteran who signs somewhere else changes the math. Every door that closes makes internal competition more believable. And if Cleveland does not make a major outside move, that tells you a lot. Because then, this stops looking like a team hunting for a savior. It starts looking like a team quietly building a fair test for the quarterback they already drafted. And that is the real point. Shedeur does not need Cleveland to hand him the job. He just needs Cleveland to stop sabotaging the environment around the job. So far, the signs are there. Open competition, offensive-minded head coach, a system built around player strengths, major offensive line investment, draft capital that can go toward protection and weapons. That is how you set up a young quarterback to take over. Not with press conference hype, with infrastructure. So no, the Browns may never come out and say, 2026 belongs to Shedeur Sanders. They do not need to, because if they keep fixing the line, keep adding help, and avoid making a major move that buries him on the depth chart, their offseason will be saying it for them. So here's the take. The Browns are not setting up to find Shedeur Sanders. They are setting up to find out whether Shedeur Sanders can be their QB1. And the biggest proof is not in one quote. It is in the pattern. Fix the line. Add a weapon. Use the draft to support the offense. Keep the job open. That is not accidental. That is a runway. And if Cleveland keeps building like this, then by the time camp gets here, the question will not be, does Shedeur have a chance? The question will be, did the Browns just quietly build this entire offseason for him to take over? If you want more Browns and NFL breakdowns like this, subscribe to B&B. Because next up, we can break down the exact 3-round mock draft Cleveland should use if they're serious about making Shedeur QB1.